I'm not at all sure that I'm going to get my heart's desire and actually be in Coed in the sunshine. I don't think I've ever been here in the sunshine, but at least it isn't pouring hard with rain. Yeah, I'm looking at this clock here. Now, if you'd have seen our Isle of Man videos, I mentioned about these Jubilee clocks. Well, this is to a very similar design, but it's dated 2003, so some people might be rather cruel and say, well, they are a bit backward in Wales, but they certainly are not backward in Wales, and as a man with Welsh ancestry, I would resent that remark. But I am curious as to why it was so late being built, but there have been changes. Looking up there where you see those red parasols and that used to be the pull-in where the coaches could drop off and pick up, but that's all gone now. Technically the coaches have to go all the way down to the coach park and make their customers walk back. But that's Coed station. I'm going to have a quick look on the platform and see if anything has changed in the last 3 years. Now, I said about Jubilee clocks, what I meant was millennium clocks. But I just thought 2003 was the 50th anniversary of the Queen's coronation. And I'm wondering if the clock was erected in 2003 for that purpose, in which case this would be a Jubilee clock. There. Well, it's good to see that there are services again. Last time I was here, of course, there were no trains because of all the flooding and that had been took place. Apparently there's been a warning for people to stay clear of the platform edge, but the next passenger train isn't due for nearly half hour yet. But that's showing trains going up at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, so there's got to be a train coming down. There's the miniature tramway, but no trams, and the model railway exhibition. It's just... if I turn my back and walk away, there'll more than likely be a train coming. But if I don't, there won't be a train coming. But here is a change from the last time. We have a rhino full of bottle tops now. So things have changed, but in many ways Coed station remains very much the same. Very nicely looked after.
I'm going in.
Okay, what, you're going to get a cup of coffee? I'm not sure I remember that couple being there last time, but just in case, we'll record it. Quite bright, but not yet sunshine. But it's funny, this place. One coach arrived, and there were 3 more behind it. So everybody seems to be doing the same kind of circuit. You start off in Llanberis, up the road to Beddgelert, and now I wouldn't mind betting that all 4 coaches would end up in Llanberis. Some of those lucky people might get up the top of our river today. We unfortunately won't, because our trip was due yesterday, and because of this wreckage of Magnus, it was cancelled. However, we shall be going on the Llynberis Lake Railway, which should be rather nice, and have a chance to have a look round the museum. Whilst this guy would turn his car engine off. It is a lovely place, this. I have recorded it on a previous video, so probably not do too much recording today. But there is a train due in about 20 minutes, so I think I'd like to record a train coming in and out of the station. That would be rather nice, because last time it was all bare and nothing was happening. While waiting for the train, you can see where this would obviously have had 2 platforms at one time. There's the platform end, the base over there, and the railway bridge, the extra bit that they've had to put there to get down to the new level for the museum. This would be a very nice contrast now compared to when I was here 3 years ago, when oh, you could see how long the platform used to be. Look at that. You have trains of 4 or 5 coaches coming through here easily, but now you've got 2 coaches, and here it comes. It's coming up the line. I can see it in the distance. One of the oldest lines in the area, and this should be one of the very newest diesel multiple units. So it's only 2 coaches long, but Croeso Coed. The man is going to say in a minute. One of the very latest units. CAF 197046. Anybody getting on or off. There we are, 197046. Well, there's quite a few people getting off. Obviously coming up here for a couple of hours. That is encouraging even this time of year to see all these people. And the doors closed, and the driver gets the buzz, and I will turn round. Oh, they've got tables there, that's posh. Airline seating, I don't like that very much. There we go. On his way to Llyn Peris, and he'll be back here in about an hour. And I won't be here to meet him because it was on the move. There.
They're still open in Eastbourne. Yeah. They closed down Lodgeford Way. Yeah, I walked up to right where any building is with a red sign. Did you walk all that way? Yeah, we're trying on codes, so looking for new codes. So it's a sports shop. Now, couldn't see anything. Just just
Probably find it at home.
I've been round all them once a week looking for new stock. So the nice clothes.
I bought a puffer jacket and I did say to someone in the shop,
Sorry?
So in and around this area, it's very outdoorsy people, adventure people, outward bound courses come here, the armed forces come here, special forces come here, they work in this area. For training purposes they use this one, and they use Brecon a lot, Brecon Beacons and Senny Bridge, which we do Brecon from. We do the Swansea holiday. We stay in Swansea. We'll do Brecon, all around Brecon Beacons. Yeah, down the Gower. You go Gower Peninsula, don't go to Mumbles, but you can go that area. Yeah, it's a good little trip, that one. It's a nice one, that one. It's nice to do in the summer, I always think. But when you got Brecon at the Beacon, the same here in Snowdonia, you can't guarantee the weather at the top. The last time I was on Brecon Beacons, did Brecon Town, beautiful. Got back to the hotel, very misty, very rainy. And I said, oh, has it just started to rain? She goes, no, it's been like this all day. And we'd had bright weather and sunshine all day up on Brecon. When I used to, for my sins, I used to be in the army, and then I used to work out at Brecon Beacon sometimes and Stony Bridge and around that area. Very interesting area, very good place to go. Brecon, it's lovely up that way.
Has it got the museum with the World War in it, where the Welsh
It's
fought?
got in the army museum.
The Army Museum. That's Brecon.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, weren't we? Oh.
You're not going to go, are you?
No, I've been there.
Oh.
Down there. You can't just see the in the trees there. See? You see that? That's the Swallow Falls down there. Some heavy water down there today, that's for sure.
It's better coming down the side of the road than that.
I think
Just a river with rafting.
the attraction for the Swallow Falls is because it's long. I didn't actually see this building on the way up this time, but this is the Swallow Falls Hotel. We had a nice lunch there back in 2009. I don't know if it still looks the same now. Further down it drops a bit more, I
Yeah,
think.
this part of the world is one of my favourite parts of the world view-wise. This one, and along that Conwy coast along there, and also high and over at Alfriston. It's lovely. Running away from the law, and they were looking for a place to live, so they built this place here, the Ugli House, out of there's no mortar, they're just all being put together with bricks there. There's going to be
And it's got damp mold. Yeah.
Like smell.
Yeah.
What?
Drains. I thought it was
What are you
just.
then?
Oh my God, I had one room, it was even worse. It's coming, I thought it was coming from the shower, it's coming from the wash basin. And I got damp patches all over the wall, which when it's, there's little flurries of white emulsion come down all the time. It's quite like a winter time scene.
Must be lucky I've got a decent room.
My room light goes on when I come in the room, but you can't switch it off by your bed, so you've got to walk from the door to your bed in the dark. The plug in the wash basin won't stay down, so you can't fill the basin with water if you have to wash it because it'll be running through. Other than that, it's ticked. Oh, and I have an assortment of bodily stains all over the chairs, so I never wear anything less than full clothing in there, so I'm going to bare feet. Mind you, the dining room chairs have been.
Just a quick comment here to say, when we last come down this road 3 years ago, the fog and the rain was so thick you couldn't see any of this, and as we turn right here you look down the road to the left towards Beddgelert and Porthmadog. Here's the view down the road.
So this is the start of the pass of Llanberis. We tend to see wandering wildlife and livestock wandering around the road. If we happen to knock one over, I know somebody that will slice it up for us, and we'll all take a joint of ammo.
Oh.
You'll notice as we go along the pass, a bit further along, I think they are, these big poles sticking out the ground, and you think, I wonder what they are. They're snow poles. It measures the snow that is drifting, usually, that drifts across here during the winter months. It has been known to be really sort of bad through here, weather-wise, snow-wise. And sometimes if you get on one of the narrow parts, this is fairly wide, but on one of the narrow parts, you meet a coach coming the other way. That's always an interesting little challenge for Michael this time. Stunning views across there, isn't there? Absolutely gorgeous views. I always think when the weather's like this, a bit overcast, a bit misty, they all look a lot closer, don't they? Whereas when it's sunny, they look far away. It's a bit like the Downs in that respect. This is where all the walkers and hikers go from, and this is where you see people puffing and blowing, and they got packs on their back, and they look absolutely done in, and you think, are they enjoying that? Are they sure you're enjoying that? But yeah, they do it for enjoyment, a lot of people.
That's what I was telling
Now, even though you'll notice, even though we're on a back road kind of thing, going through the pass, the condition of the actual roads are still good. That's what I like about Welsh Wales.
Yeah, they were saying that about 27 people had lost their lives this year on mountains.
You're keeping it cheerful, aren't you?
No, and all the people that give their lives to looking for them. You were talking about, are they enjoying themselves? You should know better.
Nice old waterfall to the right there, isn't it? All the way up, all the way to the top.
It's lovely now, isn't it? We're lucky.
Trying to get an angle that doesn't include reflection. There's another one.
That's the way to walk, isn't it? Good to spot that. That's, what was it, Kashmir? Do they call it some exotic name?
These places around here, these houses stuck into the side of the mountains and such like, it's not one of those places where you can just nip out for a pint of milk, is it?
But they're still at Briggs. But they're still at Briggs. So.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the
Seen the spoon?
Definitely see the levels of the old quarries up there. Worked out over hundreds of years. Albatross. Albatross.
Sounds like El Dorado, doesn't it, the ice cream?
Oh, I thought you meant the TV show. That's what it back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That didn't last very long, did it?
No.
Just as well, I think. They're across there, folks. That's the hydroelectric plant. That's really interesting, that is. I'm not sure, but I think... Sorry, I might have to drive through the bushes here. I think that you'll get part of that on your on your railway journey. I'm not sure.
No, I'm afraid we won't. Unfortunately, the railway goes the other way. But yes, interesting to see that. The tunnel into the hillside. A secret Ministry of Defence establishment, I wonder. And the remains of a castle. Never saw this 3 years ago.
Nice to see a lot of these signs for the houses and guest houses and such like. They're all made of slate, aren't they, and put on there in slate. Now I don't know whether they have to pay, whether they get it cheaper or not, I don't know.
And as I end this video, a couple of shots approaching Llanberis. There in the distance is the remains of Castell Dolbadan Castle, just about visible. And this is looking over towards the other side of the lake. This is Llyn or Llyn Peris, whichever way you want to pronounce it. It is the lake from which Llanberis gets its name, obviously. The other lake here being Llyn Peris. We're looking over now towards Ceiriog Mawr, which is a local viewpoint, and the buildings just at the bottom in the distance there, they are part of the Dinorwig power station, a hydroelectric power station, and behind that the remains of the old Dinorwig State Quarries. Did I say state? Slate Quarries. And with that, we'll leave it there for this video. Do join me next time when we have a very pleasant trip on the Llanberis Lake Railway, and an all too short visit, unfortunately, to the Llanberis, the Welsh Slate Museum there. So hopefully another interesting video coming up, and we'll see you all very soon.